Hi everyone, welcome back to the world of English. Dear students, do you like stories? Do you really enjoy listening or watching stories? And that too humorous stories that are very amusing, that makes you to laugh. Okay, so in today's session we are going to deal with such a story which is titled as The Brave Potter. Okay, we are going to read a story which is titled as The Brave Potter, part of your Unit 2 Reading C. Okay, so before we get into the lesson The Brave Potter, let's know a little bit about the author. Margaret Seek was a great storyteller. He was very much interested in telling folk and mythological stories of Asia. He traveled across many Asian countries and collected interesting short stories from various countries and published them in English. He translated many famous Indian folk stories into English. The present short story, The Brave Potter, is a very popular Telugu one collected by him from India. So The Brave Potter is actually a Telugu story and it is translated in English. Okay. What is meant by the brave potter? Now, what is meant by the brave? Brave is an adjective, right? Brave is an adjective. The meaning of brave is being very courageous. Now, potter. What is meant by potter? Who is actually a potter? A potter is the one who makes pots. Okay? A potter is the one who makes potter. Now, do you understand the brave potter? Okay, now let's know how the lesson is related to the title. Okay, how the story is connected or related to the title, The Brave Potter. Okay, it was dark. Thick black clouds covered the evening sky. The thunder roared and the strong wind shook the branches and leaves of the trees in the forest. Pit pat pit, drops of rain fell. Then the lightning flashed and split the black sky with its blinding light. Soon it was raining heavily. So it was dark, and the evening sky was covered with the thick black clouds. Okay, which means it is going to rain very heavily, and there was a roaring of thunder. Okay, and the thunder shook the branches of the trees. Okay, and the leaves were moving. Okay, and there were pit pat pit drops of rain, and then it started raining very heavily. Fine. Then the lightning flashed and split the black sky with its blinding light. Have you seen lightning when when there is a lightning in the sky, it's like, it's breaking the sky into two different segments, or it is like dividing the sky into two. Fine. Is it clear? An old tiger ran through the rain looking for shelter. He was wet and cold, and his cave was far away. While hurrying to his shelter, he saw an old hut. With a sigh of relief, the tiger crawled under the thatched roof and lay down by the door. So, do you understand? The weather was, or the night was heavily raining, and there was an old tiger. It was running through the forest towards its shelter. Okay, but it was little far away. What was far away? The cave of the tiger was far away. Okay, and it was raining heavily. The tiger was completely wet and cold. Since its cave was far away, it was hurrying very fast, and finally, when the tiger found an old hut with a sigh of relief. Okay, now what is meant by sigh? The meaning of sigh is a deep, prolonged, audible inhale. Okay, so with a sigh of relief, the tiger crawled under the thatched roof and it went inside, lay down by the door. Now, what is meant by thatched? Covered with dried straw. Okay, it's not like a pakka house, it is kacha house. Fine. Except for the sound of the rain, all was quiet. Before he could nod off, however, he heard something heavy being dragged inside the hut. This was followed by the voice of a woman. Okay, so the weather and the climate or the situation outside was completely quiet except the rainfall. Okay, except the sound of the rainfall, there was no any other sound. Fine. So before the tiger could nod off, could sleep off, the tiger heard something heavy being dragged inside the hut. Okay, something was like dragged inside the hut, and this was followed by the voice of a woman. There was a woman whose voice was heard. Clear? Oh, how terrible this leak is, she complained. How terrible! I would rather meet a tiger in the forest than have this leak in my house. So, what did the woman say? The woman says, how terrible this leak is. Now, what is meant by leak? What is meant by leak? The meaning of leak is a crack or a hole through which water can enter. So the woman says, how terrible this leak is. Okay, now do you think the tiger would understand what is meant by leak? No. Okay, so the woman complains that the leak was very terrible. Okay, and the woman says it is better, or she says that she would rather meet a tiger than have this heavy leak in her house. Okay, do you understand? Simple. As soon as the tiger enters into the hut and tries to lay down, before the tiger nods off, the tiger heard the woman talking. Okay, now what was the woman talking? The woman says, how terrible this leak is. Okay, and she also says that she would meet a tiger than this heavy leak. Clear? A leak? The tiger thought, what is a leak? It must be very dangerous and strong, or the woman would not be more frightened of the leak than of me. Am I not rightly called the king of the forest? Aren't they all afraid of me? I wonder what a leak looks like. So, when the woman says that she would meet a tiger than the leak, the tiger thinks to itself, okay, the tiger is trying to identify what a leak could be. Okay, and the tiger says maybe the leak must be more dangerous and stronger than the tiger. Okay, so that is the reason maybe the woman says it is easier to face a tiger than the leak. So now what do you understand this? The tiger is thinking the leak is a dangerous being and stronger being than the tiger. Okay, and the tiger also questions, okay, to itself, aren't the people afraid of me? Okay, and the tiger tries to imagine, or the tiger wonders how a lake looks like. Clear? Soon afterwards, the tired tiger fell asleep. He was suddenly awakened by an angry voice shouting in his ear. He felt heavy blows fall upon his head and shoulders. Okay, now after listening to the woman and imagining how a leak could be, the tiger was already tired, right? So it fell asleep. Okay, now when it fell asleep, he was suddenly awakened by a angry voice. A voice was shouting in his ears. Whose ears? Tiger's ears. Okay, and there were heavy blows. Okay, causing a pain on his back. Some hits on his head and shoulders. Whose shoulders? The tiger's shoulder. Someone was hitting the tiger. Okay? You horrible beast! A voice screamed angrily. How dare you run away? How dare you make me walk about in the middle of the night trying to find you? Be careful. One of these days I'll kill you. Now go home. So finally, the tiger was awakened by an angry voice, right? Now, what did the angry voice, say? You horrible beast, you terrible being. Okay, that was the screaming of the angry voice. Okay, and the angry voice says, how dare you run away? Okay, and how dare you make me to walk in the middle of the night in the thick forest? Okay, and the voice, and that horrible voice warns the tiger. Okay, the voice says that the tiger will be killed one of those days, and the voice wants the tiger to go home. Okay? The old tiger shivered. This must be the leak who has come out of the hut. I would better do as he says, or he will kill me. Simple. Now, the tiger came into the hut, right, in search of the shelter. Since the shelter was very far away, or the cave was far away, the tiger got inside the hut. Okay, and when the tiger got inside the hut, the tiger heard some voice. Okay, the woman's voice. The woman says it is better she would meet a tiger than the leak. So the tiger thinks of what was the leak look like. Okay, and the tiger imagines what a leak could be, and finally falls asleep. Okay, and finally the tiger was awakened by a heavy blows on his back. Okay, and the voice shouts at the tiger that one day the tiger would be killed. So finally the tiger thinks the leak has come out of the hut, and the old tiger gets more frightened and decides to listen to the man, okay, or the voice, whatever he says. Okay, now the voice was the voice of the man. Okay, so the tiger allowed himself to be bound around the neck with a thick rope. The mysterious creature then climbed onto the tiger's back and pulled at the rope. Come on, head for home, shouted the voice. Okay, so finally the tiger decided to listen to the strange being. Okay, we'll know later what is that strange being. Okay, that strange being is actually the voice, right? Okay, fine. Now, the tiger allows himself to be tied with the rope. So the strange being ties the rope around the neck of the tiger and sits on the tiger. Okay, and the strange being asks the tiger to lead him to the house, or to take him to the house. The tiger felt a sharp kick on his side. The tiger was terrified and he ran through the dark forest. The creature pulled hard on the rope to tell him which way to go. At the same time, it scolded, cursed, and kicked the poor tiger. Okay, so finally, the strange being sits on the tiger. Okay, and the tiger felt a sharp kick on his side. The strange being started to hit the tiger, and the tiger was terrified and it ran through the thick forest. And the creature pulled the rope very hard to show the way to go. And the creature did not sit quietly. It shouted, it yelled, it kicked the poor tiger. Okay? Soon they stopped in front of a small hut on the edge of the thick forest. The creature climbed down from the tiger's back and bound him with an iron chain to a nearby tree. Okay, so the strange being sat on the tiger and rode the tiger, right? And finally, they reached in front of a small hut, which was at the edge of the forest or out of the forest. Okay, now the creature which was sitting on the back of the tiger comes down from the tiger and he ties the tiger to a tree with the iron chain. Okay, is it clear? Then he went inside the hut. The tiger could not free himself from the chain, so he had to spend a miserable night under the tree. Who was this creature who was able to capture such a large and dangerous tiger? Let's find it. So the tiger was tied to a tree with a chain. So the tiger could not free himself. And finally, the tiger had to spend a miserable, very sad night under the tree. Now let's know who was that creature who rode on the tiger, that strange being, okay, who tied the tiger to the tree. Let's go back. Let's find out who it was. Okay. So dear students, please understand, now we are going to know what was the strange creature who rode on the tiger. Okay. On the afternoon of that day, a potter had arrived home after a hard day's work. He was tired and thirsty. He had asked his wife some palm wine. The more he drank, the more better he felt. When he had drunk all the wine, he no longer felt tired. So, what is the flashback? Now, let's see. So, one afternoon, the potter had arrived home after a heavy day's work. Okay, after a heavy day's work, he comes home. He felt very tired and thirsty, so his wife gave him some palm wine. Okay, she gave him some palm wine, and the potter drank the wine. The more he drank, the more better he felt. So he had drunk all the wine and he felt no longer tired. Okay. When the storm began, the potter suddenly remembered that he had left his donkey tied under a tree. He rushed out of his hut to take the animal into the stable. You can imagine his anger when he discovered that donkey was not there anymore. The only thing left was its chain. So the potter, who was very tired after a day's work, he comes home and he drinks palm wine and he feels better, right? And suddenly he remembers that he had tied his donkey in the middle of the forest. Okay, so what he does, as he remembers, he runs into the forest to find his donkey, but he does not find the donkey except the chain that he had used to tie his donkey. Now we can imagine how horrible and how aggressive the potter could be. Do you understand now? My stupid donkey must have run off into the forest, he grumbled. When I catch him, I will give him a good beating. Okay, so the potter, when he finds only the chain, he gets so annoyed with the donkey. He says, okay, that stupid donkey might have run into the forest. Okay, now when I find him, or when he finds a donkey, he says he would give thoroughly for the donkey, or he would beat him. The potter walked through the wet forest. When it became dark, he often stumbled over roots and fallen branches. With each step, the potter felt angrier and angrier with his donkey. So, where is the potter now? The potter is in search of his donkey. He is walking, or he was walking in the middle of the wet forest. It was raining, right? So, the forest was very wet and the forest was very thick. Okay? Now, whenever he took a step in search of the donkey, he became angrier and angrier. Okay, so because he was already tired, right, in order to forego his tire, he takes palm wine, so he feels better. But suddenly he remembers that the donkey was not there with him. He comes into the forest. He is in search of the donkey. Okay, so with each step, the potter felt more angrier and angrier with his donkey because he was not able to find the donkey. Okay. When I catch him, I will tie him up under the tree all night, he muttered to himself. Hours later, the potter reached the old woman's hut. There he saw an animal sleeping in front of the door. There he is, he shouted. There he is, the stupid animal. So, as the potter was in search of the donkey, he becomes angrier and angrier. He says, once I catch him, whom? When I catch the donkey, I will tie the donkey under the tree all night. Okay, and hours later, after some hours, the potter reached the old woman's hut. You remember? The potter is reaching the old woman's hut, and the potter sees an animal lying in front of the door. Do you remember which animal is that? Yes, it's tiger actually. Okay, so the potter sees the animal sleeping in front of the door. So the potter sees this animal in front of the door. He says, he shouts, "Ha! Here is my stupid animal." Okay, so the potter gets confused with donkey and tiger because he was in a drunken state. He was in completely drunk, right? And it was dark, so the potter could not differentiate between the tiger and the donkey. Okay, the drunken potter did not notice a difference between the donkey and a tiger. He kicked and bet the sleeping tiger. He then jumped onto the frightened animal's back, rode it home, and then tied it up with the iron chain. Do you understand? Right. So the tiger was mistaken with the donkey. The potter could not differentiate between the donkey and the tiger because he was in drunken state. He was completely drunk, right? So the potter, when he saw animal in front of the woman's hut, he thought it was his donkey. Okay? He thought it was his donkey, so he kicked and bet the sleeping tiger. He rode. He climbed onto the tiger and he rode the tiger to his house and tied the tiger to the tree. Now, do you understand? Now, why do you think the tiger was frightened? Now, what happened before that? The tiger was frightened previously because the woman was telling that it is better that she would meet a tiger than the lake. So already the tiger was frightened. Okay, after that scene, we have the potter coming to the woman's hut. So the tiger thought the potter was the lake or the strange being. That is the reason the tiger decides to listen to the potter or the strange being. Otherwise, the tiger thought the tiger might be killed. Now, do you understand? Fine. Next morning, the villagers who passed the potter's house looked in amazement at the tiger tied to the tree. Soon the news spread throughout the village that the potter had caught a tiger and tied it to a tree in his yard. So, you remember the potter had tied the tiger in the night, right? Yes, now the morning The next day morning, all the villagers, whoever was passing by, they all admired the courageousness of the potter. Okay, so the news about it spread throughout the village. Everybody admired the courageousness of the potter because the potter had tied the tiger to the tree, right? Okay, fine. All the villagers praised his courage. They also thanked him because the tiger had eaten many of their goats and buffaloes. They had tried to catch him for many years but failed. Okay, so all the villagers admired the courage of the potter and they all praised him because the tiger had eaten many of their goats and buffaloes. Whose goats and buffaloes? Villagers. And the villagers were trying to catch the tiger many times for many years but they failed. Okay, so the villagers were very thankful to the potter for catching the tiger. Of course, the potter said that he had done nothing of the sort. He said that he had only brought his donkey home. He did not understand how a donkey could change into a tiger. When he saw the tiger, he fainted. Okay, so when everyone comes to praise him, the potter was confused because the potter went to the forest to bring his donkey, right? So he says to himself, he says that he did nothing sort of that, and he only brought his donkey home, and he really wonders how the donkey could change into a tiger. And when the potter saw the tiger, he faints, he becomes unconscious. Okay. Nobody, however, believed the potter's story. The villagers even praised him for being modest. Soon the potter became famous. Everybody who met him called him the brave potter. The simple potter himself never understood why. So nobody believed the potter's story. Everybody thought the potter really brought the tiger home. Okay, so when he started to tell, everyone said to him, or everyone admired his modesty and humility. He did not show, like, any pride. Okay, so finally the potter became very famous, and everybody who met the potter, they addressed him as a brave potter. So the simple potter himself never understood why they were calling. Fine? Fine, dear students, I believe you have understood today's session, that is the Brave Potter Part 1. See you in the next session. Till then, take care. Bye.